चित्सुखं परमहंसगतिं तुरीयम् यस्वप्नजागरसुषुप्तिम् आवैति नित्यम् तद्ब्रह्मनिष्कलम् अहं न च भूतसङ्गः भजामि मनसा वचसा गम्यम् वाचो विभान्ति निखिलायतनुग्रहेण यं नेति नेति वचनैः निगमावोचुः तं देवदेवमजम् अच्युतम् आभूरग्रियम् प्रातर्नमामि तपसः परमार्थवर्णम् पूर्णं सनातनपदं पुरुषोत्तमाख्यम् यस्मिन्निदं जगदशेषम् अशेषमूर्तौ रज्ज्वां भुजङ्गमिव प्रतिभासितं वर्ये continue the bhajan with Bhairavi. We okay? Should we do the Bhairavi? more bhajan. Should we? I think we are waiting for a few more youth. Is that okay? Swamiji, is that okay? Yeah. Should we do Karakadara Stotram Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We choose Take Life? We were loading ours.
Okay, everybody can look at the lyrics. This is again Adi Shankara's it's a Friday. Pranam Swamiji, what a beautiful blessing to have you here at our Youth Excellence Center. And for all of you, part of the Sambodh and Yoga Kutumbam, what a auspicious evening on a Friday. And then my mom tells me that this is also Kartika Masam Kalamma. Kartika Masam on a Friday. And to have Swamiji here, be with us. And Sanjay Garu, thank you so much for making it all happen. I know you are the hub, to make all this stuff happen, right? And then of course, Anup Garu, Dr. Raju Garu, and I will have to share one story, and I've been telling this to my mom. And many of you know this, right? So in 2016, August, I had one of the greatest pivots in my life, right? In August, I drove one way in my BMW, the car that sometimes you see, with two suitcases, and I wanted to figure out what is the next avatar of my life, right? And then my older daughter Shravya, she just got into Stanford, and I said, okay, this is my way. And I did not even have a place to live in the Bay Area. For 4 months, I did not have a place to live. All my suitcases used to be in the car, and I was like, wow, this is going to be an interesting thing. And the one anchor at that time was Swamiji. And in October and November, Swamiji usually comes to the Bay Area and for a month long, and then we do like every day there is a nice satsang like this, and then there is everybody comes, and then every day there is a beautiful talk and many dimensions, devotional aspect, jnana, and all these things, and then there is a wonderful feast. So I went and took almost like a refuge or surrender in Sri Ramji. Ramji said, okay, this is August is getting over, September, somehow you figure it out. And then my mom, they were also here through, I think, August. And then the October season started, Swamiji. Every day I used to work in some place, and then in the evening I used to look forward to the satsang. And then there was like a nice gyan, and then nice feast. And then suddenly I totally felt like, what a blessing that I have. I don't have to be answerable to anyone, and I can just go and then listen to whatever I want, and then have a nice feast. Everybody welcomed me like a family. I almost got addicted to it, right? And then I repeated that in 2017, and then I remember in Geetaji's house, we even performed this big, Ganesh Atharva Shirsham Yajna. And then every year there was every time I lived, of course, 2017, I rented a small studio, and then I found another anchor in Bikram Yoga. I used to, every day morning, 5:30 a.m., I used to go to the Bikram Yoga studio. But Swamiji, I benefited tremendously from your satsangs, and that I call everybody, which is like October, November, if you happen to be in the Bay Area, make sure that you get in touch with Sambodh family and don't miss anything. Even if you cannot, may not comprehend all the beauty behind all the things, just go for the feast. It's a beautiful food, right? And the Sauvagya. Then I moved here. Then I was like, wow, what do I do? And sometimes I actually travel to the Bay Area just for October, November. In fact, even this year, I attended a few of Swamiji's sessions. And there was like, there was a beautiful satsang, and we explored many dimensions, and then there's a wonderful feast. And then thanks to Sanjay ji and Anup ji and Dr. Raju, now we brought that whole thing here. Yes. So we become like, abundantly, blessed. So it's almost like, wherever we go, Swamiji follows us, right? to bless us, right? With a nice feast of Gyan and this. Swamiji, thank you so much. And I'll say a few things about this Kanakadhara Stotram. As many of you know, I'm a big fan of Adi Shankara, Vivekananda, Advaita, and Patanjali, and Yoga Sutra, and some of these things. And every one of like Swamiji, Sri Ramji, and everybody has literally taken me into their fold. And I say it like, literally through Karanakara, exactly like the bhavam that is expressed here. Everybody blessed me with abundance of wealth. And then when I listened to this, it actually gave new dimensions, actually the true dimensions of what we mean by excellence and wealth. Some of my favorite lines are Dushkarma Garmam uh, Dushkarma Garma Mapaniya Chiraya Duram. Our true wealth is when we can, we need to be blessed to keep away from, far away from negative thoughts and negative acts. And that's the greatest wealth. And that's actually what we say, right? My life aspiration to become zero. Zero of the negativity and the turbulent mind. And that's all we need to do. We don't need to accumulate anything. If we can become zero, that's great enough. And then there is a beautiful line that actually goes with like Shrutyai Namostu Shubhakarma Phala Prasutya. Once we suppress the negative thing, then bless me like a Shruti to actually bless me to do all the, and then Ratyai Namostu Ramaniya Gunarnava. Make sure that our actions, our words be like Ramaniyam. And it goes in all the things. And then in the end, first few years when I was listening, I used to get tears into it, which is like the way it used to end. Kamale, Kamala, it's like just have a glance of your karuna, your vatsalyam like a mother, and bless me. I'm like one of the literally it's like I'm seeking your surrender, your thing. It's a beautiful thing. So Swamiji, let me stop here. And then any thoughts that you would want to share about Pratasmarana Stotram? I know you briefly touched it when I was in the Bay Area. We briefly talked about the Turiyam and the stuff. Kanakadara Stotram, and then when a few more folks, and then we'll actually get with the real topic.
So what's the topic?
So any insights that you want to share about Kanakadara? The main topic that we want to cover today is more about, this is Youth Excellence Center, and I mentioned this to Swamiji when Sriramji introduced me to the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. I was totally inspired by it. I was like totally blown away. In fact, there is any one pursuit that I would want to serve is how we can share that essence of Yoga Sutra, Yoga way of life, to every citizen, particularly every youth in India and the world. So out of all the things that I learned, there are 3 things that I really took away with. Kiran? Oh wow, the entire family is here. So Kiran and Shaurya, I'm actually, you should see some of the frames that you did. We took some of the pictures, and then you both are right here, mom and the son. So, and then we can actually have everybody introduce themselves. But the 3 things that I was very profoundly inspired by, and this YEC Center, Youth Excellence Center, inspired by those 3 superpowers. One is Samyama. Samyama was like where everybody has equal capability to pursue excellence if they could figure out how to harness the power of the mind with the 3 powers of Dharana, Dhyana, Samana. It's almost feel like everybody can have easy access to excellence in whatever they do. It's almost like God is so kind, democratize the entire capability through the power of yoga, you can actually get this. So I initially wanted to call this as Youth Samyama Center. And then when I looked into that, I realized that, I've been an entrepreneur in Silicon Valley and other fields. I feel like more people are actually making use of that capability. When Elon Musk is actually sending something to SpaceX or Bill Tesla, he's actually invoking that capability of Samyama. Every entrepreneur, every dancer, anything that is or cricketer or this, in every field, the people that are actually getting to that is through the power of Samyama. Now the issue is that some of them are using this capability for only narrowed gains, for like their investors, their own personal wealth, and they are not actually distributing it for the everyone. Then Patanjali revealed the 2 limbs that we all need to be standing on is the Yama and Niyama. Those are the universal human values, how you can conduct towards the others, and then how you can conduct yourself so that we can actually design excellence in the world. The capability that you get needs to be in the service of others. Like Vivekananda said, which is like Atmano Mokshanatham Jagata Hitaya. So that basically what we wanted to do was at the YEC, how we can cultivate this entrepreneurial excellent mindset using the three powers, Samyama, Yama and Niyama. And then the third one that we wanted to do was, and Swamiji would like to, so today we are going to talk about, Swamiji is going to address about like how youth needs to use yoga and some of our capabilities in the scriptures. Particularly Sanatana Dharma is all about encouraging mastery. It's not about just doing prayers and then getting a job, but it's actually empowers you to become the best in every field. So that's how we can take control of the world. Otherwise, we'll always be serving somebody else, right? And then we need to be rooted in the good values. And then the last one is more of an inquiry, Swamiji. And I talked to a lot of youth, including my own children. They are now fighting so many battlefields in the world. They feel like our generations messed up the planet for them with a lot of biases, lot of inequality, and for the first time in the history of humanity that we know in the developed world, the younger generation are feeling so much negative about their future. The older generation are feeling much more happier, and the younger generation are feeling like they don't feel good about their future. And in any society where that happens, when we were growing up, the youth we were actually always optimistic because we had opportunities. We were always doing better than our parents. For the first time, our youth in college, and they believe that they're a lot more skilled, they're a lot more disciplined, and then when some of these challenges happened, like even when we were growing up, there were a lot of conflicts, there were a lot of challenges, but we always had God as the safe space, faith, and that actually. But now the faith is, when they look at it, they're looking at faith or devotion as a source of conflict. When you see all the conflicts of Israel and what's happening, they're equating faith as a source of conflict. They're equating faith as superstition. They're actually equating faith to be like ritualistic, like when we go to the temples, and they suddenly say it's like, we don't want to actually take to faith. Rather, they want to take the battlefield and they want to fight, becoming more secular. The secular versus religion is at the battlefield, but it's actually not helping them. They're becoming more and more negative. It's only faith that actually, our prayer, that actually has the potential to making somebody to be positive, because this is in the entire universe, right? Number one, how do we get this youth who are like highly qualified, very disciplined, but they are fighting so many battlefields of many biases, inequalities, rigidity, superstition, and how do we restore that youth to have positivity? That's the three things. And then the last one that I wanted you to share your thoughts on was how do we, like the Vivekananda spirit, how do we marry both East and Western? Like the Patanjali, there are newer philosophies of Mihaly, Flow, and so on and so forth. How do we, that the truth is always been the same. It's just that different people reveal it in different ways. And we don't have to fight that either Sanatana Dharma is great or some other is great. Perhaps, in fact, I say like, if a polished guy reveals the same truth, he's a Sanatana Dharma follower. So how do we not bound this to this notion of religion, Hinduism, but Sanatana Dharma is make everybody inclusive of the spirituality. So these are some of the thoughts that we have, whatever you can do. And then anybody that have any more questions, we can actually get into more of a free-flowing session. Yeah, please. Yeah. Was that reasonably good canvas? Yes.
Too much to mind.
No, that's because we want you to come here more often. So we basically put the entire thing.
I put in this way. I may make my observation and then we'll question. We'll ask questions and try to figure it out. He has brought in many aspects of human contemporary life, confusions.
Can everybody hear, or do we need a mic?
Say mic.
My mom is like very demanding, you know.
Mama knows.
So I'll try to touch upon some of these issues which Srini raised. My reflections on that, maybe answering some of those questions, or it may raise some more questions. As I have told earlier, that there are answerless questions and questionable answers. We are expert in asking questions, but poor in answering those questions. That's it. As I said, some of the questions are answerless, and the answers we offer are questionable. So that's a dilemma that we are facing. But first, before I launch into my presentation, let me thank Srini and his mother for inviting me to this beautiful center and giving an opportunity to discuss these fundamental issues. In the background of this beautiful music and the Stotram and all other Stotrams we heard, that helped us create a mindset, a contemplative mindset. Oh, a contemplative mindset.
Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Is that loud? The first question is that the absence of faith among the modern youth. I think it's a good sign, because they are asking questions. And unless they get an answer, satisfactory answer, they are not going to go by faith. If we say there is a God above the clouds, looking down upon us, his creation, and with a severe judgmental attitude, trying to punish and reward, that kind of God our youth are unwilling to believe. Because we have explored the whole space, the solar system and the Milky Way and then black holes and Big Bang and Big Crunch and quantum fields, and so our knowledge has expanded to the extremities of the universe. If you say somebody is sitting there and turning the wheel, people may not, young people may not believe it. But if you say have faith in yourself, then young people are willing to accept that. Have faith in yourself. That there is infinite resource latent in all of us, unbeknown to us, because our extroverted activities, we have no time to sit, reflect, and then go deep into ourselves. The Sanatana Dharma, which Srini was talking about, Sanatana Dharma is not talking about a God sitting over the clouds. Sanatana Dharma is talking about a God sitting within us. And it's not a person, it's a presence of power. When you look into yourself, open that third eye, as they say, that's a metaphor. Not that there's no third eye, but the samyama Srini was talking about. When you practice dharana, dhyanam, samadhi, the mind gains a focus, and then it's able to see the world as it is, and also see the underlying energies and the principles that guide or operate behind the world. So that power which is latent in you can be accessed by a calm and quiet mind as you interact with the world. So when the world needs new solutions, not from the memory, not from the old knowledge can be exploitative, can be colonizing, can be imperialistic, may create sharp economic inequalities and exploit nature to the point that nature started retaliating now. So that's why young people are unhappy about the way we are dealing with the life today, including modern science. A science which has not been used, employed properly, because of the greed of a few people who is sitting on the top of the heap, as they say. And modern science is a neutral instrument. But how you use it, human beings use it. That's why Yama and Niyama comes. How people use, suppose that you have a knife. You can use a knife to cut somebody's throat. You can use a knife to cut vegetables. Knife is neutral. If you use a knife to cut somebody's throat, you don't take the knife to the court. Because knife has no agency. Science has no agency. Science simply says this is a fact. This is how the world functions. It reveals the laws by which the world functions. That's all what science does. So we cannot blame science or technology, but human beings are a tool-making animal, as somebody said. We make tools. And the tools can be very sophisticated, like modern computers, or it can be just a stick by which you stir let's say, a handhill. Simple tools, complicated tools. By making tools, you have harnessed the powers of nature. And then this symbolic thinking, you look at nature, you take the picture of the nature in your mind and give words, and then you start thinking symbolically. These are all within the power of human beings. How do you use that power? And now we have tremendous computational power in the computer, ability to collect data, enormous data, and then create knowledge, new knowledge. So how are you going to use all this? Human beings are going to use this. So what we need is a balanced human being, or a collective collection of human beings, other communities, leaders, politics, and economic thinkers, political thinkers, policy makers. They all need a balanced mind who can think for the future. Now we are terribly indebting the future generation for present prolific living. That's what we are doing. We are indebting, we are passing on the debt to our children and grandchildren. They have to pay. We are enjoying. That's why they are upset. You don't care for the future children and grandchildren. How are they going to live? You are giving them a planet which is completely exploited and destroyed, polluted. So young people think about that. Older people, as you said, we are enjoying. At the cost of our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. We have no consideration for them. We don't think beyond our nose, short-term thinking, quarterly profit, etc. So we need a set of human beings at least to make a decision at the top of the heap in the White House or in the Supreme Court or in the laboratories or in the boardrooms. We need people who can think, who can feel the pain of the future, are sensitive. And there the Yama, Niyama or Samyama or managing the mind, yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha, all those things come. The machine are not the problem. Those who use the machine is the problem. And that we are doing that. That's why the young people are rebelling now. They can see into the future because they have clear eyes. We have biased eyes. We are sitting in the comfort zones. And so I would encourage young people to challenge, to question what the old people are doing, and you bring your understanding about science and human evolution and the future of the planet and the future of technology, AI, artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is also neutral. It doesn't have a self, doesn't have an ego, doesn't have jealousy. Your computer is not jealous of you. Your self-driven car is not jealous of you. You are jealous of it. So these emotions, these human weaknesses are not in the machine or the computer. So if at all there is a change has to happen, it is the human mind. Technology will progress whether you want it or not, because it has got its own momentum now. You cannot arrest it. So how you use a machine, how you use culture, knowledge, language, these are the most important. There is where Patanjali comes in a big way. So Patanjali gives us these moral values, ethical values. Ethical machine, they say. Machine doesn't have to be ethical. You have to be ethical. There's no ethical knife, isn't it? There's no ethical car. There's no ethical computer. The one who uses it. Because maybe in the future, machine may gain a self and consciousness possible. That's a very dangerous future. We don't know how to deal with that situation. We need another discussion for that. What is the future of the machine age technology? Will computers, talk to each other, think in their own way, and create communities, create their own republic, and try to fight against human beings? Possible. All these are possible, but not in the near future, not in your or my lifetime. It may take another 100 years, though technology is leapfrogging. Beyond you realizing, things are changing. Now you can ask ChatGPT any question, write a poem, write an essay, what will happen into the future. Everything, what you do, ChatGPT can do. So that it's almost a rival. Sometimes I am scared that any lecture on Vedanta, ChatGPT can do. Much better than me. Much better. Choicest words, harnessing all the commentaries, because in a lifetime, a human being cannot read all the commentaries on the scriptures. Or reading Mahabharata. I have been thinking my whole life, I must read Mahabharata from A to Z. It has not been possible. Because 10,000, 100,000 verses. Ask the ChatGPT, it will give you a condensed version of Mahabharata. All the points, who are the characters, what did happen then, but everything can be condensed in 2 pages. 10 pages. Enormous capacity to collect data, to associate, codify it, put it in a format that anybody can understand. So compared to this computational power of the machine, human brain is not a match. Human brain is not a match. But our asset is, we have a consciousness, a self-reflection. Machine don't reflect. So in our lifetime, machine will still be a dumb instrument. It will serve our purpose. So who has to change? But some change has to happen. It is the human mind, especially leaders, the youth. You are the one who are going to elect the next president, isn't it? Did you make a right choice this time? This is a big question. Did you make a right choice this time? Because government has great power to influence human thinking and all. So we have to practice Yama, Niyama. Yama, what is Niyama? Yama? Yama is self-control. Mastering your mind. The mind is mastered, it's a powerful instrument. And a mind which is not mastered, it's a torture. Udhared atmanatmanam atmanam apasaded atmeva yatmano bindu atmeva viparatmana. So when you say mind control, young people are not interested. They say, give me a tool. Give me a tool so that I can control the mind. Of course, we can give you some tool, deep breathing, Surya Namaskar, chanting mantras, observing your mind. No, I need a pick. Because you don't want to make any effort. I understand mind has to be controlled, but give me a tool. So what is happening is you are surrendering your agency. You are becoming a machine to be manipulated by others. So they can give you a tablet. Occasionally you feel good. A dopamine hit, as they say. Then you are on top of the world. Then the effect is wears off. Then you are back to square one. Number one. So when you ask for a tool to control your mind, whether it is a machine or this or that, you are surrendering your agency. You are losing your freedom. You are losing your self. Yourself is lost in the person. So one has to, instead of looking for a tool outside who will control you, and a time will come, somebody sitting in the Big Brother, sitting in Washington or Beijing or New Delhi, will be able to, by operating a switch, a computer, will be able to control you. What do you like, what do you dislike, what do you choose, what product do you buy, whom will you vote, that also they will control. That also will control. Everything will be controlled by the Big Brother. If you lose your agency, if you lose yourself, if you lose your self-reflectivity. That's why Patanjali says, let us take back our agency, our freedom to decide who we want to be in the future. Let's not surrender it to anyone else. Of course, you can discuss, you can read, you can ask ChatGPT. But finally, as Krishna said, Yadechasi Tata Kudu, you make your own decision. So the main problem I see now is the loss of our agency, our individuality, our ability to make choices. After discussing, you can discuss with everyone, but finally it should be your choice and your responsibility. So when you make your choice, I become responsible for my choice, you become responsible for your choice. The first thing we have to do is recover, retrieve our agency and a sense of responsibility for who we are and we want to be down the road. That Patanjali said. For that, you need Yama and Niyama. Life becomes a sadhana. Sadhana means you are on the driver's seat, not somebody else on the driver's seat of your life. So, what is Yama? Yama is self-discipline, brahmacharya, ahimsa, satyam, akrodham, or aparigraham, asteyam, all those things. You can study from the yoga teacher. I don't want to expound on that. Basically, it is ahimsa. Ahimsa means an ability to work together with the people whom you disagree. How is that? Ability to work together with the people you disagree. Not othering. You always say us and they. You should thinking in terms of us and they, like that churning of the ocean of milk. Vishnu said, Indra, you have to go to the demons, take their help also. Walk across the aisle and shake hand with your opponent. Indra said, no, they are demons. Okay, then you will not be able to churn the ocean of milk. You take the help of the mountains. You take the help of serpents. You take the help of all the plant kingdom. They all have to come together. Then you have to churn. Then things will happen, you see. You can revive your sagging spirit as a result of that. So this ability to work together with the people whom you disagree. Sometimes I see the advertisement. I want a CEO who can disagree with me. That's advertisement. Because if the CEO says the same thing, he is redundant, isn't it? Why should I need him? He is repeating whatever I say. So I need someone who will disagree with me. You can speak truth to power. Those people. So this ability to work together with the diverse ideas, create consensus, that is called ahimsa in the modern world. In earlier times we thought ahimsa meant don't kill a mosquito, or don't kill this, don't kill. That's not ahimsa. Sometimes you may have to kill a mosquito. Sometimes you may have to kill this and that for your own survival. Because your survival is the primary dharma. It's called abad dharma. Primary dharma is our own survival, our sanity, our dignity, so that we can, with dignity, we can talk with the other. And respect others' dignity also. Ahimsa is that ability to be comfortable in diversity. People will think differently. The rest are all details. Satyam, ahimsa, aparigraham, asteyam. Aparigraha means you live minimally. You don't exploit nature for your profligate lifestyle. Live minimally is asteyam. Those who take more than what they need, they are a thief, according to Patanjali. And that the young people will like. Because you cannot have $60,000 per capita all across the world, 7 billion people. 1 billion people can live. If you make a simple calculation to save the planet, we have to reduce our consumption for whatever we are doing now. From 60,000, you have to come down to $5,000. That can sustain the planet. So that's 7 billion people, maybe 9 billion people, where the world population will be. So, minimalist. Then an ability to share your resources. That's called asteyam aparigraham. You don't own the planet. You are only guest here. When you are a guest, then you don't own that house. So these are some of the values which Patanjali talks about, yama, and niyama, certain personal discipline like shaujam, santosham, cleanliness. Don't clutter your house. Don't clutter your basement. When I go to the basement of a house, all kind of broken furniture, broken things, shoes, and then clothes, and everything is dumped there. And then you are dumped your grandparents also there in the basement. This is what is happening. So, not only minimalist living, clean living. We have to be clean. Create space rather than cluttering your house and your mind. Of course, your mind itself is cluttered. So the young people say, don't talk about my mess. That is my mess. So you have been fallen in love with the mess. I was with the mess. So santosham and then cheerfulness. Be cheerful. Learn to smile. I don't see the young people are smiling. They pull a long face. They think smiling is a crime. Ability to smile, santosham, is very, very important. So these are some of the values for the Ishvara Pranidhanam. Finally, you surrender to the Lord. Ishvara Pranidhanam. Because your ability to control events are limited. Our brain power is limited. And our knowledge is limited. So in the art of surrendering, you do your best. Then surrender to the wisdom of the universe. Trust in the universe. Trust in yourself. So these are some of the things which Patanjali talks about, and then developing the mind. Yama, Dharana, Dhyanam, Samadhi. Ability to focus. Which young people are struggling to develop that capacity because of the cell phone, constantly, using the cell phone and constantly looking here, there, and all that. So that ability to surrender, do your best, and surrender to the wisdom, intelligence of the universe, thinking that things will work out, that hope is very important. Things will work out. Though it looks very confusing. Okay. So this is somehow the value that Patanjali is talking about. So dharana, dhyanam, samadhi. The focus on something and then continue to be there. Because our span of attention is very limited. 2 minutes, 3 minutes. If somebody speaks more than 3 minutes, your attention is gone. Therefore, everybody is giving the instant gratification. 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Now, you should be able to focus at least 90 minutes. 90 minutes. That's called dharana. Then samadhi. Then you become one with the object that you are meditating. Suppose you are in mathematics, you become mathematics. So rupa shunyamiva arthamatva nirvasata. You become mathematics. When you are driving, you become driving. Now the when you are singing, you become singing. When you are eating, you become eating. How is that? How is that? So you become one with the object on which you are contemplating. That stage is called samanvayam or prajnalokam. You get deep insight into things. Because everything has got 4 dimensions. The growth, the factor, the causal, and the substrate, the higher dimension. So you will be able to pierce into all these dimensions. At the point we see only superficial things. Superficial. You are not able to see. Suppose you are asking a question, somebody is asking a question. You have to see the questioner. Where is he coming from? Or she is coming from? What is the intent of the question? Is it to attract your attention? Just to get attention, you will ask question. You are not serious about the question. When the Swami answers, you are looking somewhere else. So, who is asking the question? Where is that person coming from? What are his motivations for asking that question? Then alone you will be able to answer that question. So, you are not answering the question, you are answering the questioner. Her ecosystem. Where is he coming from? Maybe you had a fight with your spouse. Then you come here to escape her. And then you ask a question. In your mind, something else is going on. So the questioner should answer that. The one who answers has to answer the question, not the question. So we will be with the samyama, prajnalokam, we are able to pierce through these layers of existence and go to the core. Every complex problem has a simple heart. When you touch that, the problem becomes a solution. It's become very, very easy. So Patanjali dwells on all those things. Solving problem solving is the main issue we are discussing these problems. Or describing the problem solving. It's all possible when you have that power of samyama. That's the word that you have to learn from yoga teacher, how to develop that. So by doing that samyama, when the mind is calm, you are able to deal with the world in a very efficient way and create outcome. When the mind is calm, you get access to the infinite power. So when you say faith in Sanatana Dharma, it is not faith in external God sitting there. It is faith in your own power and potential beyond the mind. There is something in you beyond the mind. Mind is only superficial aspect of that. Beyond the mind, like an ocean. Deep down, the ocean is very calm. And pearls and So the Patanjali or Vedanta says, when the mind is calm, as you interact with the world, it's not that practicing calmness in a cave. 30 years I was in a cave, my mind was very calm. That doesn't mean anything. Why calm? Because you never interacted with anyone. All the dust settled, all the dirt settled. Throw one stone, again the dirt. So therefore it's not a calmness which we practice in isolation. It is a calmness which you practice in interaction. Like even you ride a horse or a cycle. To balance on the cycle, you must be on top of the cycle and fall a couple of times, isn't it? Then slowly you will balance on the cycle. So similarly, calmness is to be practiced, yama niyamas are to be practiced while you are interacting with the world, people. Because when I look at you, you look at me also. I judge you, you judge me. So we create a certain depth of a relationship. And it is in those spaces you have to introduce values. When I am relating with people, creating collaborative activities, entrepreneurship and all that, investing my time and energy, and somebody is investing in their time and energy in me. In those collaborative spaces, we have to practice yama niyamas, not in isolation, not just on the yoga mat. Of course, that's a preliminary training, like you learn swimming in a swimming pool. But thereafter, you can swim anywhere. Don't say, I can swim only in that swimming pool. Then it's not worth learning it, isn't it? You cannot carry your swimming pool wherever you go. So what you practice on the yoga mat, practice everywhere, he says. There is where you introduce these values. Thus your mind, the muscles of the mind is built. And when the mind is calm, what is meant by the calmness of the mind? You don't react. You only respond. Again, agency comes. When you respond, you are using your agency, your ability to make personal, responsible choices. Responsibility means the ability to respond. So when the mind is calm, then you get access to the spirit. Spirit is that enormous reservoir of energy latent in all of us. All of us can have access to that. And when you have access to that spirit, not just a memory is old knowledge, will no more work in a new situation. Winning strategies, old winning strategies may not work now because things are changing, fast changing. So you need access to the reservoir of the spirit. And then, as you interact with the world, new ideas, new solutions, authentic solutions, everything manifests as a result of that. So you need to interact with the world, keep the mind calm, get access to the spirit, and then the choices that you make become channels for the spirit to manifest as solutions and outcomes. That is what Patanjali says. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Tada drishtuhu sarupe avasthanam. Your sarupa. Beyond your svabhava. Svabhava means what you manifest. Sarupa is what you are. So what you are get manifested differently according to different situations. So that sarupa, which is Sadachida Anandam, that is infinite, boundless bliss, can be manifested. So finally, your material activities, worldly activities, and spiritual realization is combined in your life. That is a complete life. Otherwise, you are escaping from the world and sitting in a corner, and you look like a good person, but you are good for nothing. Or you are simply active in the world and then get stressed out and you made a lot of money. At the age of 40, you are in the hospital. No family, nothing. So we are not taking to this extreme. Spirituality means moderation, bringing extremes together, creating common ground. So Patanjali will help you. So my point is, it is not the planet or the technology or science which is the problem. The problem is our greed, our lack of faith in our own goodness, in that spiritual foundation from where we grow. So we have to somehow or other motivate the young people to do some yoga, some chanting, some mantras, and look into their own mind, and ability to watch their mind. Now they are watching the screen time. There is a better screen inside, the screen of the mind. And everything happens on the screen of the mind. Because you have no mind, when you sleep, you don't see anything, isn't it? Because mind is not active. So the world is experienced on the screen of your mind. And if you can know that, detach a little bit, and then observe, like you watch a movie, things will be wonderful. So take back your agency, have faith in yourself, and then keep your mind calm, be cool and chill and all that. And then you get access to this infinite power, self-confidence, self-agency is regained, which you lost. Otherwise, you will be exploited and manipulated by the powers that be. You lose your freedom. With this, you regain your freedom. So practice yoga, not the whole complicated things, not necessary. Little bit of pranayama, little bit of chanting, little bit of ability to watch your mind. First of all, understand there is a mind. And ability to watch the mind. And then have this faith that I can do that. I have the power. It's not an arrogant statement. It's a statement of fact. I can do that. With that, the world can be better. Thank you very much. Now,
So I see a lot of youth. Anybody, I don't want to force on anything. This is Anushasan. So if you want to introduce yourself to Swamiji, and then if you're asking a question, just introduce yourself. So, and I have one credit or many credits. I have lived with some family, the Kiran Kokoldas family. So I can say like you can start. That's a shasan. That's all.
Namaskaram, Guruji. Thank you for the wonderful words. A lot of those were like very much resonating, like being as an individual, as a parent, as a professional, like we could glean a lot of insight from the beautiful words that you shared. Thank you for that. I might use this opportunity to ask a question. Like we growing up, we lived simpler lives. And we did a combination of things, some were with a purpose, some were for no reason. But that gave us the holistic view of life, I feel. And now, maybe because it's the next generation or a different culture that we stepped into, now we see ourselves, and maybe I'm speaking for a few others around me, we see the world to be more competitive, and more transactional, and in that process we have become very calculative. Anything that's in front of me, I find myself or I find others around me asking, why should I do that? What do I get out of it? So internally we know it's a good thing to do, but what tangible benefit am I gonna see? As you said, we are not thinking beyond our noses, right? How do we inculcate the long-term thought process, see the value in the long term, especially for kids? Because at least we have some background to relate to, but maybe they are starting clean. How can we encourage them, help them to think, hey, this is a good thing. You may not see the benefit now, but stick with it. Any insights there?
Basically, Bhalam Manuddishya Mudhovi Karma Gurudev. Not even a fool will act without having a goal in mind. Bhalam Manuddishya Mudhovi Karma Gurudev. So goal setting is a human nature, in human nature, looking into the future. So what is it, what is in it for me? That question also will be there. Because transactional, most of our activities are transactional. Even when you do a yajna, we offer ghee and tips and samagris and chant mantras, propitiate God. Afterwards, what to do? Vittam chame, dhanam chame, yashas chame, si chame, medas chame. Give me this, give me this, give me this. The yajna is a kind of transaction between gods and humans. And so gods keep the demons away and then let you perform the homas. And then gods live on what we offer. Like the government live on the taxes. Then they'll put it back in schools and roads and hospitals and whatnot. So this mutual exchange in nature, which is there, you give something, you get something. So it is natural that I give you something and expect something from you. At least from somewhere I have to get it. Otherwise I become a victim, a sucker, a martyr without a purpose. So I do something and you have to encourage the other person, reciprocate. At least a smile, it's a thank you. Don't take me for granted. So that kind of transactional life is going on. And so when we talk about the children thinking transactionally or reciprocal justice and all that, this is natural. Everybody does like that. But the problem is, we take but we don't give. That the other part of the deal is not honored. I take but I don't give. What we have to teach them, take something and then you give us. And you recycle. When I went to your daughter's marriage, I got a gift which I keep. When my daughter's, when somebody's marriage, I recycle it, isn't it? All kind of things. So the transactional reciprocity is natural in the world. That is the yajna spirit. And people will always work with a goal in mind. Without that, they cannot work. And that's how we build the relationships. Otherwise, one cannot be a sucker for eternity. You don't kill the golden goose. It lays one egg every day, then you become greedy. Then you kill the goose thinking there will be a lot of eggs, there will be nothing. See, it's for your own benefit you nurture your provider or somebody there, for your own benefit. So your question is that just accept it, which is not right. I cannot accept that. I have to know how trust in me. Trust has to grow in relationship. Oh yes, I trust you. If I don't have to deal with you. If I have to deal with you, if you have to entrust my daughter or my child with you, or my cat or dog with you, or my house, then we must together grow in trust. Trust is a growing tree. It's not just a given thing. So children asking questions, you should welcome. You have to explain to them why you do these things. And give them that consequential thinking, as you said. Go beyond your nose. What are the long-term impact of what you are doing now? Short-term as well as the long-term. And then you have to negotiate between short-term and long-term. In the long-term, all are dead. There is one economist said. The long-term, all are dead. So you cannot go on thinking long-term. There should be a short-term calculation. So all these negotiations are very, very important. How do I help you so that you can help me? How do I make short-term so that I love long-term? So strategizing, all those things. It's a complex enterprise. And one has to, it's not a simple solution. And now, in the villages, everything was static. You see the same person, you go to the same field. You have the same plow, you have the same bullocks, you meet the same people, you have so much a product, and you consume it, you don't sell it much. Now it is not like that. The potato you eat come from Europe, but the mango you eat come from Brazil. So you are networked now. So when you work, of course you expect a salary, isn't it? You have to spend. So children asking questions, I am not concerned about that, but they should have ability to answer them. If you don't have the answer, tell them we'll jointly explore or ask ChatGPT. So in the village, we have ready-made solution. In the village, the oldest man was the wisest person. He was the healer, he was the magic person, he has all the solution. Everything is in his brain, no library, no museum, no ChatGPT, nothing. Now things are constantly changing. All the solution will no more work. You need a new solution to problem. And the young people think better than us. We have a ready-made fix. That may not fix the new situation. So I think there should be a healthy intergenerational dialogue, because they have a fresh mind. And they are able to see the situation unbiased, without any bias. And when you grow up, you develop bias. That's the meaning of growing up. Isn't it? More and more biases happen. So the young people up to the 21, by the age of 21, their whole brain is developed. So 21 to 28, the best time where we have to engage with them. And even teens and pre-teens, they all have their own idea, new idea. Sometimes you get surprised, isn't it? When your young little girl says something, you are surprised. Yeah, I never thought like that. Because we have been thinking in the same group, same way. That's not going to solve the problem. I used to tell a story of the monkeys. Have you heard the monkey cap seller? He's selling the monkey cap. Have you heard that story? Yeah, here is someone who make monkey caps and put it in a basket and go to the city and sell it and come back. One day he felt so tired, he put down the basket of caps and sat under a tree and then dozed off. And the monkeys took away all the caps. When he woke up, all the caps are gone. The monkeys wearing it and then jumping and making noises, so he did not know what to do. So he said, shoo, shoo. The monkeys also said the same thing. He just waved his hand, monkeys also said the same thing. You threw a stone, monkeys plucked a fruit and threw at him. From this he learned a law. The law is, whatever you do, the monkeys repeat. Suddenly, an idea came to him. He had one cap on his head, and let me throw that, monkeys will throw their caps. And sure enough, he did it. Monkeys threw all the caps. He quickly collected it and went to the market to sell his caps. Now a lot of water has flown down the Ganga, and he just, couple of decades, then he is going to hand over the business to his son. Along with the business, he told this story also, because history repeats. It may repeat. You also may feel tired, and the same tree is there. You may, take some rest under the tree, but then the monkeys will take care of the caps. This is the solution. You throw, you cap. And same thing happened. History repeats, isn't it? Same thing happened. The monkeys took away all the caps, but you spoke sure, I have a solution, which worked in my father's time. Then he threw the cap, whatever one he had on his head. Monkeys took that cap. And the monkey said, oh, your father told you the story, our fathers told the story. So information is floating all around. Everybody has got the same information. You need a new idea, something out of the box, which can come only from the spirit. From memory you will not get it. Memory you can do ordinary chores. But if you want to be the cutting edge leader of an ecosystem, then you have to think out of the box. Something very new, maybe unmet need of the market or whatever. So therefore, we have to have an intergenerational language of discussion, debate, respect. You have to respect your children. Now knowledge, children are wiser than the old man. Because things have moved. They have more perspective, and they can see things properly. So we need some humility vis-a-vis our children. and our younger generation. To tell you bluntly, we don't have the solution. The solution has to emerge in this space of discussion. So that is why we Swamis now, we don't talk much. Because you asked me to talk, otherwise I keep quiet. I listen to these young people. I'll ask them, what are you thinking? What's your thought? Because you are sitting like here. Are you listening? What are the thoughts that you are listening? What is bothering you? What is weighing in your mind? How I become a block in your life's journey? So these are the conversations you must engage. Then new solutions will come. This is the arrogance that I have all the solutions, or Patanjali has all the solutions, or Bhagavad Gita has all the solutions. They have solutions. They become the background for our decision. That's why Krishna finally said, after all this, yadechasita. You think about it. But this knowledge is very important. Not that we have to burn all the scriptures. They are very, very important. They are the collective wisdom of the past. And the future may be influenced by the past. But future is not the past. It's something more. So what I would say, intergenerational respectful discussion, dialogue. The vocabulary for that. Respectful. So respect is not a one way. Children should respect me, but you should respect them also. Why not? They have more intuitive understanding of things. So if you can create a culture like that, that will be helping. That's our future. Yes.
Pranam Guruji, thank you so much for the very valuable and relevant insights. You referred about the topic of goal setting. Now, there are multiple schools of thought. On one side, it says, hey, you have to think big. All the big companies, you have to think unreasonably big to achieve something big, and become strong and live up to your potential and increase your potential, right? On the other side, according to Bhagavad Gita, it says, on this side there is this creative visualization, right? So you think of the result, you imagine yourself being that achieving state and whatnot. On the other side, as per Bhagavad Gita, says, hey, think of the action, don't think of the result, and things like that. So with respect to goal setting and going after them, and are there any middle ground or right combination of thought process? And I guess also it applies to various age groups, whether you are in like a school or college or in various phases of life. Is there any difference we can change in our goal setting process and how we pursue them?
Bhagavad Gita says both. Tasmattam uttishta yasholabhasva jitva shatrun bhumsha rajyam samruddham maya veyade nigada purvameva nimitta matram bhavasapi sati. Bhagavan says, set your goal. What is the goal? Victory. Victory in this particular battle. You have already won the battle, you see. Don't go with the hesitation. You already tasmattam uttishta yasholabhasva jitva shatrun bhumsha rajyam samruddham, and enjoy the kingdom. Earlier he said, Sugadukke same krutva labha labha jaya jayam. Now he says toward the end, get up, fight, win the battle, and know that you already won the battle. Which is that mindset you go into. So tasmattam uttishta yasholabhasva jitva shatrun bhumsha rajyam samruddham, and enjoy, he says, enjoy your victory. Don't be shy of that. Bhumsha rajyam samruddham maya eva yade nigada purvameva. They have already been vanquished. Nimitta matram bhavasati. So that mindset you have to go into. Set goals and work towards it with the mindset I already won it. Not with the mindset of failure, but of success. And then later we'll see. We will cross the bridge when we reaches it, isn't it? So therefore, don't go with the mindset of failure. Go with the mindset of. So I have a formulation. Goal setting, goal realization is God realization. Because as you grow forward, upward, you strike roots deeper. If it is a bonsai tree, its roots are very short, isn't it? It's a tree which kisses the sky, let us say, will have roots deep in the abyss. So to grow forward is growing deeper inward. Otherwise you are a bonsai. You grow a little bit, you can be kept there or put there or something like that. So goal realization is God realization. Therefore in our scripture, 4 goals are there. Artha, Kama, Dharma and Moksha. So Moksha is realized when you pursue Artha, Kama and Dharma. Artha means wealth, isn't it? Dharma means collective effort. And Kama means enjoying what you have achieved. Enjoying with responsibility. So when you do all those things, you gain moksha also. So moksha is not a separate pursuit like that. Moksha is understanding I can do that, I am free to create my future. That's how we understand moksha. So I would say moksha is not an end point. Moksha is from where you begin. Freedom is the space from where you create yourself. So don't wait when I am 90 I'll gain moksha. Or when I am dead I'll gain moksha. Moksha is the freedom, the happiness, for which you don't depend upon anybody or anything. So when you have the happiness space within you, then you can think creatively, create values, unique values, and contribute something to the well-being. Loka samasta siddhino bhavantu. That's what. And so yatra yogeshwara Krishna, yatra partho dhanutaraha, tatra shri vijayaha bodhihi dhruva nidhihi madihi mama. Arjuna is focused on action, Krishna is contemplative, so contemplative action. That is the secret of mantra for success. Not reactive action, but contemplative action. Yes.
Nice, Swamiji. Thank you very much for the wonderful insights there. So there is a phrase, right? Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha, right?
Yeah.
Some of us can relate here with some kind of background there, but how to introduce this concept to young generation, the way they understand, because dharma is a very broad in the context they are living, and how to inculcate them, protecting dharma, internally protect them.
Yeah, this is from Mahabharata. Dharma rishati rishitaha, tasma dharmo nahadavya, mano dharmo hadahavati. So dharma protects those who practice dharma. Dharma punishes those who don't practice dharma. Therefore, practice dharma, so that dharma will not punish. This is very simple. What is dharma? Dharma has got 3 definitions. One is sustainability. Dharyade iti dharma. Your action should be sustainable. Sustainable means it's not a fluke, success. It should be sustainable. Sustainability. Planetary sustainability, health sustainability, community sustainability. The dharma, your lifestyle. Dharma is a lifestyle. Choices you make. It should be sustainable for your health, community health, and your future. Sustainability. That means responsibility. You are responsible. Another meaning of dharma is ahimsa paramo dharma. Ahimsa, inclusion. The more you can include, the better you are. The less you include, the worse you are. Third is prabhava, flourish. So when you live dharma, you are able to invoke your full potential in collaboration with others. Alone you cannot do anything. In collaboration, you can do. So these are the 3 basic definitions of dharma. Dharyade, ahimsa and prabhava. Then there is another, there's varnashrama dharma, rajya dharma, abad dharma, many other caveats are there. When you follow the Dharma, then you also think what you can do, what's your unique gift. You cannot do everything. You can do only few things. In a machine you have a piston, you have a screw, isn't it? The screw and piston is fighting. The piston say, I am working all the time, you do nothing, you simply sit there. Screw decide, let me start working. They started turning anti-clockwise. Because clockwise it cannot move, it has come to a dead end. So anti-clockwise, screw came up, then who suffered? The piston suffered. The whole machine suffered. So we all have our own niche, our own dharma. That's also dharma. So we have to find that, the guna composition. That's another big science. And accordingly, you have to choose your vocation. Get training in that. Some are mathematics, some are science, some are art, some are literature, some are athletes, some are actors. Depending upon that, you have to get training. And then you have to function in the world. And you can contribute something. That's called Varnashrama Dharma. And your age also is important. Then there is Rajya Dharma. You belong to a certain community. Family, community. So Jadi is the community, Kula is the family. Then you have country and the globe, the world. So your responsibilities are there because you are in that ecosystem. So responsibilities come. Rajya Dharma. Then Abha Dharma. Abha Dharma means your responsibility yourself. You should protect yourself first. Otherwise there is no dharma, there is nothing. First of all, your responsibility is protecting yourself. Like the story of Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra was so hungry one day. He went to a Chandala's house. So he said, I have some dog meat, Chandalas cook dogs and eat. Vishwamitra is a vegetarian. Vishwamitra said, okay, give me that because I am so hungry. I am blind with the hunger. And he ate that. Afterwards, I forgot, we have some cooked rice. He said, no, I don't eat from Chandala's house, he said. That's how he ate. Because that's abadha. My responsibility is to keep my body and soul together. Then everything can be discussed. So we have to put all this in the algorithm of Dharma. Finally you decide for that. So that Dharma we have to follow, and as a result of that we create a flourishing individual and flourishing community. Otherwise if you go solo, regardless of what's happening around you, then you will find the roadblocks. Dharma is the community. That is for community. Dharma actually. Tasma dharmo na. Therefore, don't kill Dharma, it says. Don't kill those values. Because if you do that, you will be the sufferer at the end of the day. You are cutting the branch on which you are sitting. Try that. Who will be the sufferer? You will be the sufferer. You will be the sufferer. So don't do that. Dharmona hadavya. Don't come back. So, because once you do that, you will be suffering. Yes, any other question? Because I am thinking about our children growing up here. How to guide them, or if they need any guidance. Or how to walk with them, let's say, rather than guiding them. How to walk with them. So that when they look back, you are there. Just as assurance. But they have to walk in front. You have to be. When you, in our villages, when you learn cycling, they are on the cycle, they are balanced. You have to hold it from the back a little bit. Thereafter you leave it, but they think you are holding. But they are able to. Something like that. So you have to walk behind our children now, because they have access to both cultures. We are living a hybrid culture here. Because that's an advantage, that's a disadvantage also. We have access to our tradition, then what is going on here. So we may be creating a grafted culture, I should say. This apple There is apple stem and one branch makes green apple, red apple, yellow apple, and all that. So we have chosen that to come here and situate ourselves in this successful culture. This country is successful in the world as of today. Tomorrow we don't know. Tomorrow India may be coming. China is already there. Europe is sinking. America is becoming old. So maybe Indians and Chinese, but Indians and Chinese are fighting. That's another problem. Be united, maybe we may rule the world. So these are some of the things the young people are, the environment they are thinking. And an easy solution, in immediate gratification. If you take that ayahuasca, you become a Vedantin instantly. Have you tried that? There is a drug called ayahuasca, which is available in Peru. You go there, some people go there, they take it. Then the mind is all over the world. From Big Bang to Big Crunch, they are able to think. Young people are, excited by that. Immediate solution, easy solution. Then the effect of Ayurveda, they are back to study. So these are some of the pressure they are subjected to, and they don't spend much time at our homes with the parents. They are with their friends, they are dancing in Miami or here, there, and parents cannot do anything. They are twiddling their finger, what will happen? And these children are free. You cannot control them after 15 or 14 years, isn't it? After 14, you cannot, in our culture also we say, Lalayet Panjavarshani, Dashavarshani Tadayet, Praptat Shodashe Varshe Putram Mitravadajare. Up to the age of 5, you have to give them a lot of love, kind of things. After 5 to 15, 14, you have to discipline. You have to teach how to use a potty, how to use a spoon, how to sit on the dining table, how to greet a guest, how to brush their teeth, how to groom themselves, everything you have to teach. How to make their bed. Up to 14. If you have not taught them all these things after 14, you lost your chance. Now they are your friend. Putram Mitravadajare. They are your friend. It's in our tradition also, not something new to us. The tradition. After 15, 14, they are your friend. A friend is to be discussed, not to be commanded. You cannot command. That's okay.
Yeah, I think we're the one few lines that if we could say to the youth on the importance of prayer on the ground. Anything.
Prayer is a kind of intention that you make, because things are very uncertain in the world. So if you intend something very deeply, this is a prayer, Loga Samasta Sabhinabha. God protect me, those kind of prayer. Asadoma Satkamaya, Kamatoma Jyotikamaya, Mrityorma Amritangamaya. So you plant an intention in your mind. When you plant a powerful intention, then the universe will support you. Positive thinking. So prayer, you don't think any harm to anyone, isn't it? You are only praying to God, let me pass my exam, let me study well, may I be healthy. So these are the things. Or there will be honey in my speech. Om Bhadram Karne Vishwamiyama Devaha. May I see good things. May I hear good things. Bhadram Paschema Akshabirjashatraha Tirairangai Tushtubhagam Sastanubi. May I be strong with strong limbs. May I live long for whatever time you have given to me, O Lord. And so these are the prayers. So it is a powerful intention you plant. And every day you say that. Then the universe, the whole cosmos will support you. It's something like electricity. How we invoke electricity? Put a bulb into the socket, isn't it? Then light. Or fridge. Then you can put your food in that, or vegetables, or a fan. You can put very easy. Instead of that, put your finger. That also in the King University. So you negative thought, that is going to happen in your life. Positive thought, that's what. The nature is manifesting through your thoughts and your words and your actions. The prayer means any prayer you can take. Asking Lakshmi to put a lot of sweet in my heart so that I will have a affluent, sumptuous life. Lakshmi can provide. Or Saraswati, knowledge. Saraswati Namaskubhyam Varade Kamarupini. For you, all the mantras are already there. You have to only chant it. You cannot improve on that. All the best things have already been said. Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhir Vajini Vadi Dhinama Vitrevadu. Oh Saraswati, incarnate on my tongue, he says. So the mantra. Oh Priyambagam Vidamahe Sudantim Pushtivartanam Urvarivame Vivantana Tityor Makshiyam Amrita. All are ready-made is there. You have to only download it and say it. All the mantras have been there, mantra or prayer. Or you can make your own prayer. You can make your own prayer. So you sit down in a state of utter helplessness. Sometimes you feel that. Utter helplessness. Then we can write down, this is what I want. This is what I want. Write down. And then repeat it again. So these are the meaning of prayer. Prayer is a positive intention that you plant in your mind by words. Your mind is full of words. So that's what prayer is. Meditation is just sitting quiet. You are not even chanting. You are not even praying. You know, you don't go to your doctors and say that give me this medicine. Doctor knows better. So sometimes if a God knows better. If there is a God, he knows or she knows or whatever she knows. God can be he, she or transgender or whatever. No, why not? Because, this Ardhanarishwara. It can be a child also. So, whatever it is, that power which will come to your help, there is help. Help is not far away. If you call for help, it will be there. 911. Call for help is there. Isn't it? So similarly, this is the kind of calling for help. Give me, I am helpless. Put on both your hands, raise your white flag, and then Yada yada dharmasya glamin bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam. Help is there, not far away. So that's the meaning of prayer. Meditation is you are keeping your mind quiet and that power speaks to you. Prayer is you speaking to that power. Let me put it that. When you speak to that power, then that is prayer. When you let that power speak to you, then it is meditation. The belief in that power, which is managing the whole universe, is very, very. You may not see it. Because I don't see it, I don't believe it. Most of the things you know is you don't see. You don't see. That's a very superficial demand. I must see it. Your power of seeing is very limited. Ultraviolet, infrared, you don't see. It's there. Supersonic, subsonic, you don't hear. It's there. Earth is flat, that's what you see, but that's not the truth. Isn't it? So what you see and what you understand is totally different. Sun rising every day, but that's not the truth. Earth is going around its axis. Lot of things, our knowledge is not what we see with our naked eye. So we have to infer things. Right? So don't say absence of proof is not absence of proof is not a proof of absence, as they say. So you have to use that faculty. God has given you that faculty. God, I can say an X factor. Let me put it that. An X factor. to solve the problem. How is that? Let me tell you a story, if there is a time.
Yeah, please.
God is the X factor to solve the problem. Now a father, a rich man, had 17 elephants. 17. And 3 sons. And he wrote a will. After my demise, death, my eldest son will get half of the elephant. Second son will get 1/3 of that. Third son will get 1/9 of that. Half, 1/3, 1/9. Now the older man died. They got this will. Now how to divide? 17 elephant, how do you, when you divide into half, then it will be 8.5 elephant, isn't it? One elephant will be killed. Nobody is happy with that. Other one, 1/3, how do you divide? Difficult. Third son, 1/9, how do you divide? Difficult. So they called the Guru. When you have a problem in India, you call the Guru, Guruji, solve this problem. Guruji said, okay, I'll come there. Let me see what's the problem. So Guruji came on an elephant. He sat on the elephant. He said, include this elephant in the problems. So Guruji, but that's your elephant. Doesn't matter. You take the elephant. Include this elephant in the calculation. So the 18 elephant, half of the 18, what's that? 9. 1/3 of that of 18, 6. 9 plus 6, 15. And 1/9, 2. 15 plus 2, 17. Guruji said, everybody ran away with their share, because they know there will be problem. The first person got 9 elephant, second person got 6 elephant, third person got 2 elephant, 17 elephant were divided. Guruji went with these elephants. So this is the X factor. If you bring God, Devam Chaiva Prapanchamam, Bhagavad Gita. We bring God into the equation, problem is solved. God will remain there, but He solves the problem. Or she solves. So thus, introduce that X factor, and then the complex human problem can be easily solved. Thank you very much. That's right.
Now, before we go to when we do the food, that's when we do the concluding prayer.
Yeah.
And one thing is, if you have 4 minutes, we'll just do a yoga demonstration.
Oh.
And that's also a celebration of bhakti. Yeah. And then if you can make space, then we'll be quickly. So now, Swami, thank you so much for blessing. Next time when you come here, we'll have the entire team of the group team.
It's been 10 minutes. You brought the whole thing into
Yeah, we have,
all experience.
we have the entire team. That's Kiran who you taught. They have been with us for almost like 6 years, and we've been performing. We are trying to make yoga as a fun celebration in the yoga dance, and we are doing last year Varaha Rupam, this year Shiva dance, and we are trying to combine with many different experiments, and it's all the, in fact, Amruta is one of the genius yogi, and she's my guru.
Okay, you can dance a little bit. Come.
You wanna do the splits?
Come.
Come. The splits and the
It
crane
was very well.
and the crane.
Some music, yeah.
Yeah. Should I put some music?
What I found was.
I could do the crane.
Yeah. Go ahead. See, Amrita, the way she expressed herself, literally felt like she is the Katyayana Vidmahe Kanyakumari Dhimahi. We're all, bowing down and saluting. So you should come here more often. Right? That's the message actually. Right? But thank you. Now let's all go do the prasadam, and then when you're doing the prasadam, Swamiji is going to, we'll all chant the mantra together. So we have, I would like to express my gratitude to, there is a new lady in Plano. Her name is Sujata. She runs this thing called Suja's Kitchen, and apparently is very sattvic, organic, whatever. And she was very kind enough to cook all day for all of us. And she made cabbage, moong dal, supposed to be very, I don't know, I never tried it, but we are going to get to try it. So there are like 2 sets of those things, in between some fried rice and some bayasam. We can actually make 2 lines and do this. And then Swamiji, if you want to come here, they will all. And then Swamiji, so this is my other spine and then my family. Srikanth, and then she's the doctor that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
The one very disciplined. My mom is very happy with that, right? I'm the
Mom is happy with that, not
yeah. With me, it's always like you should
She's
have
staying with you.
only for the last 2 weeks. She was happy with there for 4 months. Because with me, she doesn't know what I'm gonna get. What she's getting every day. So that's the thing.
But you have seen what he's doing.
Sriramji also.
Sriram, no.
Sriramji is very fond of them. He likes our food. Someday we have to visit her house. And she makes beautiful food. And the best part is she knows her doctor, right? And she's also a good doctor. She takes care of everybody's health. I'm here all the time, right? So we can be totally at ease.
So what's
So my older daughter, both of them are very. And then the younger one is like we're trying to make him into a hero.
you're younger?
No, they're younger ones. They have
He's actually
school in but he is like the two part of him. We don't know what he's going to become. We believe that. So Swami, come.
So we'll chant the mantra.
After you said, I think it's better for you to.
probably wants to record the mantra.
Yeah. No, I'm new life. So, Jyoti Karandi.
We chant the mantra.
Arpanam Brahmarihi Brahmarno Brahmanabhutam Brahmaiva Tena Kartavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina Aham Vishwanayo Bhutva Pranam Dehamashitaha Pranapana Samayuktaha Pachamyanam Chaturviham Annapurne Sadapurne Shankara Pranavallabhe Jnana Vairagya Siddhyartham Viksham Dehi Cha Parvati Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.
So we're trying to create this new practice where we are actually trying to eat in the steel plate so that we can wash them, so we can serve some environmental excellence. Okay, how is Suja's kitchen? Please say that.
Excellent, and is super.
Chakri,
The food was awesome. It was just like your cousin or your friend or your sister, somebody cooked like that. So it was the homely food. When you can't cook it, I definitely recommend to go her and approach for whatever menu you want.
It's Suja's kitchen. Oh my God, Chakri, you're a good. We need to use you for like lot more advertisements. Okay.
I don't see the oil and it doesn't feel like you are eating something.
Yamuna, say that first. No oil? Suja.
ఆయిల్ లేదు స్పైసీ లేదు
Very sattvic, very like easy, so easy
easy on the tummy.
Ramakant garu, anything about you picked up from, right? Thumbs up.
What place is that? Taste Temple.
Sujas kitchen.
Going the traditional actually.
I see. No, but